New week ahead of us. I got coffee in front of me. Looks like it's going to be a good Monday, even though it is jury AF outside. But that's why we're in here. It's perfect weather for writing. Good afternoon, everybody. You are writing with a T-Monster. I got to remember that. I'm writing with a T-Monster. You're not gaming with a T-Monster. That happens tomorrow. But you're writing with me today. We're going to try something new. That's what 2021, I think, is all about. 2021 is going to be the year that I just try different things. I'm going to try doing some new things to see if I can't improve not just not just the stream, but the overall oeuvre of my writing career, of life and life hacks, things like that. Yo, Azrael, hey, how are you? Good afternoon. Not sure where it is in your part of the world, whether it's afternoon, morning, or evening, but hey, good afternoon from just outside of Washington, D.C. Yeah, new week, and I've got streamer goals for the week. Just managed to post a schedule for this week, and oh, Greg, how you doing there? Good to see you, Greg. I've been seeing your progress in Twitch, and I've been seeing your progress elsewhere. It's good to see you. There you go. Just want to throw out that sub goal and follower goal for the week. We can see if we can get up to 3,300 followers and 100 subs. That would be a nice thing to do. You're down with a sick fever. Down sick with a fever. You had to get a COVID test. So when will you know? And is this the quick test you got, Ezreal, or is this the 3 to 5 day test? And you're saying Greg is the Monday that ever Mondayed? Okay, so first Azrael, then Greg. So first off, the 3 to 5 day test I am finding from all the research we've been doing, because we just went through this with my mom. My mom was in contact with my aunt and uncle, who both tested positive for COVID, and so did a friend in their bubble. It's been it was a very tense 3 to 5 days. But instead of giving her the quick test, they gave her a 3 to 5 day test. Now, the 3 to 5 day test tends to be a bit more thorough, and also tends to be a bit more reliable than the 24-hour test. 24-hour test is good in a pinch, but it is not in any way, shape, or form as reliable, at least from what research that we did on that. It was going to be work requires the lab test due to accuracy. Okay, that's good, and that's good. So you might have to wait a little longer. Hunker down, hang tight. Fluids. Do what you can. Do what you can, Azrael. But at least with a 3 to 5 day test, you're less likely to get false positives, false negatives. So that's good. Greg, as far as it being the Monday-est Monday that has ever Mondayed, feels like that outside.
Gray.
It feels like that outside. It's very gray. I feel like I am. I'm bringing on this week. Hardcore, feeling good. Grim is down too. Okay, that sucks. That sucks, Ezreal. I'm sorry to hear that. I would suggest that you just try to take care of each other as best as you can. As best as you can. Now, granted, I am not a medical expert by any profession, no. But just to hang in there, and
What's up?
Azrael and Grim are down with fever, and their workplace, which is now that's actually kind of a cool thing, is that they're required to do tests.
That makes
So that's, and they're getting the 3 to 5 day test, so they're getting the accuracy. Oh, you hit the store the week before. Okay, that's good to hear, Azrael. Now, this is Greg Lemon. You remember Greg. You remember Greg Lemon. Just really tired, not much rest this weekend. All healthy and moving forward. Even better to hear, Greg. Even better to hear. So, I would love a Bicky. So, chat, this is going to be the start of a new experiment on this stream. I would really like to get better at doing the writing streams, because I always notice that after a writing stream, I'm 1,000 words further along in whatever project I'm working on. And
pushing it forward even a little bit.
yeah, I mean, 2,000 words would be ideal. And if I worked without interacting with chat, I could probably hit that. The problem is that makes for a very dull stream. Fine.
Hey, and you've got to weigh up the fact that you're getting accountability out of the stream. So
Yeah, accountability on a stream is never bad. Is there a tissue up there, perchance? I should have a box of tissues in here.
yeah.
Would you mind getting me a tissue, please? I know you just got comfy. I apologize, honey.
I just got cozy.
I know you just got cozy. Yo! Oh my god. Ninja Cooter, a.k.a. my girl Jada. Jada. You know right now I'm hugging you in my head in the biggest, tightest possible way. How you doing there? How you doing there, Ninja? And Dr. Kelly, good to see you in chat. Oh,
You say Jada and Stacey?
Jada and Stacia are both in chat, and Jada says, I love you both so stupidly much.
I know.
There's no such
we
thing
are
as
so
stupid
close.
love. But if we got stupid love, it's stupid love for you, Ninja Cooter.
Miss your face.
Miss your face.
We are so close, it's so unfair.
I know, right?
It's unfair as hell, but
But when we get our Fauci ouchie,
when we get our Fauci ouchies, we're all gonna sign up for our Fauci ouchies.
we're gonna sign up for our Fauci ouchies, and then we're gonna have
hug
cookouts.
like hell.
We're gonna have fireside lore readings. We're gonna go nuts.
Blow it up. Big time.
So I was just gonna say though that one of the things I noticed was that I was going back, and Pip saw me. I was going back to I don't know what brought it up. I got alerted that I had a comment waiting for me at YouTube. So I went to my YouTube channel for Happy Hour from the Tower. And while I didn't find it, I did find this one stream from 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And and it was a stream from 3 years ago where I was playing Fortnite. So that gives you and I was on the couch. I was on the couch. I was streaming from the couch, playing Fortnite. That is reaching back into the archives. When I was watching that, I realized how dull it was watching me stream Fortnite, because I felt like most of my, and I'm not dismissing Fortnite streamers or dismissing people who play or stream that first person shooter kind of thing, but that's a different style of streaming altogether. Yo, hey Mika, how are you?
Highly recommend cinnamon sticks from Lee.
Oh, I almost forgot Pip's mic. Hold on. Oh wait, Pip's mic should be on.
My mic is on. It's got the solid green light.
Yeah, but you're muted here. There we go. Now
it's working.
Now you're working.
Hey Jada, hey Stacia. Getting my cup of tea.
We work with a printing company and get requests from the United States Postal Service, so we're under stricter government regulations. Well, let's be more honest, Azriel. You're under stricter government regulations now. Yeah. But no, that's very cool. That's very cool. And I respect that. Because remember,
I don't know
the
about
United
Janet
States Postal
in the
Service.
The Janet in the post office wasn't so cool.
Oh, don't get us started on Janet in the post office.
Sorry, Janet. We love the post office workers, but wear a mask.
Okay. So you got soccer fans rioting, Mika, and then at your birthtown, the hardcore hooligans swore to fight to defend the city. From the soccer fans, from the football fans.
Oh dear.
See, this is why I get uptight when people talk about rugby being a hooligan sport. I actually heard that once.
Someone said that rugby was a hooligan sport.
Don't you remember when I came from I came
Sounds
back
like
from
someone who's never had a good ruck.
No. This is no, even before in 2020 we were printing things for the census. Well, thank you very much, Azriel. Next time you talk to the people at your print office, say that these writers who who work with a lot of printers and print shops say thank you very much for what you do. But no, there was a gig I had, Pip. If you remember, there was a gig I had at the World Bank, which actually was the genesis of social media for writers. When you think about it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did.
And I came back and I said, honey, you wouldn't believe this lady I met from New Zealand. And I mentioned all this stuff about New Zealand, and she was just like real super negative about it. And then I mentioned rugby. She was like, oh, yeah, it's a bunch of hooligans. That's endorsed by the...
There are New Zealanders who do not like rugby.
Yeah, but no, you said, oh, her. Yeah, we kicked her out a couple years ago, you know? And I was like, oh, wow.
I was joking. I didn't actually...
I don't think she was joking, chat. I really don't think she was joking. But here's the thing. People talk about rugby as being a sport for hooligans and nasty men and violence, and yet it's the soccer fans that lose their effing minds all the time. When was the last time you heard about a rugby riot? Thank you.
I can't.
People will riot over football. People will riot over hockey. They will not riot over. Now, see, that's the other thing. Hockey. You never hear about hockey fans rioting.
Maybe it's because there's violence on the.
It's
pitch.
because at the end of a hockey match, the same thing at the end of a rugby match, you are just exhausted and you're just like, man, I want to riot to celebrate something, but I am knackered. I am completely and utterly knackered. Yo, Grim, I don't have to ask how you are. I got a rundown from Azriel. I hope I know you're not feeling too good, so fluids, rest. Hang in there. Okay, buddy?
Tylenol.
So I got a great collection of people in chat. So this is something we're going for, everybody. If you're a writer, or if you've been thinking about getting into writing, or if you got Cat, wow, it's just the hits never stop.
Oh my gosh!
Kat, good afternoon. Good to see you.
A collection of wonderful people.
If you've got a question about the writing process or anything, or if you're a writer yourself and you feel like you're stuck, by all means, feel free to ask. This is going to be what we're hoping that we're going to turn into a daily thing. That at 1 p.m. we come on live and we do a writing stream.
Unless you're doing job interviews.
Unless I'm doing job interviews. Which good news, I have 2 interviews on Friday. 2 video interviews for the same place. 2 interviews for the same place.
Second interviews.
This is a return interview. I made it past the first screening, so this is a second interview. Thank you, Jada.
Thank you.
I'm hoping for the best. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
I'm drinking the Honey and Sun gingerbread tea. The gingerbread.
Does this mean we need to add on to? So as vain as this may sound, chat, I think I'm gonna color my beard. Just take some of the gray out of it. Just kind of tone it down. Nobody needs to know what my age is or what the snow on the roof. Bright yellow. No. Jada, are you?
No.
Look, when I say calm your tits, I know that's a big job for you, but seriously, calm your tits, okay? Calm your tits. I was just gonna tone down the gray here. I thought you'd like that. There's only one person. There's only two people. I think I would be safe to actually say and they're insane. There's no tit calm. It's impossible. Chat. This was truly one of the toughest Thanksgivings I think we ever had because we couldn't have our yearly thing of having Ninja Cooter, aka Jada, come on over and just have Thanksgiving with us. It was always we've been doing that like what two years in a row, maybe even 3.
I can't remember.
Whatever it
I remember
was.
we had Paul and Eliza over. Did we have Jada over as well?
I think we did.
All the time is starting to blur together.
Yeah.
Like before times is just one having
Jada
fun.
says about 2 years.
Oh.
I think the year before it was Paul and Eliza. And then the year after, for the past 2 years,
Let's make it happen this year.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Get our Fauci ouchies and then we can eat turkey together and drink Viking's blood.
Yeah.
Skål!
Skål. Ooh, I would love. And then we fire up the PS4, and I want to watch
then we play
Jada.
Jada play.
I want to watch Jada play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That shit's gonna get real. Hang on. Speaking of getting real, I just want to check something.
Look how long my hair is now, Jada. Look at it. I can be up in a tower and throw this down to T to climb up.
Ooh, the meat is getting racked next month. So
Meat?
what is the process of getting racked?
I remember racking. I did made cider and I think you used to rack the cider.
Okay, we might have to invest in this.
It's glorious Rapunzel, but look.
Chat,
Look,
I'm just gonna.
Look, it's over here.
I'm just gonna throw this.
It's literally. Well, there's like. I feel like it's 2
Man,
feet
that's a
long.
monster link right there. I just put in a monster link, but that monster link that I just dropped into chat, everybody, that is an Etsy store that is selling, I kid you not, chat,
Fauci
Ouchie
Oh,
t-shirts.
shit.
We might have to get some for the fam. We might have to get some for the
Your
fam.
mum's gonna need one first.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully your mum.
Oh, okay. So getting racked means that's the bottling process for me.
Yeah. You take
I
out
would
the-
love to try that and then we put up Jada's mead against mead from Blackheath, and we
just drink a shit ton of mead.
We just bring it over. That
and then
sounds
finish
great.
it off with some Vikings books.
Sounds great. That's a place. By the way, Jada. If you're looking for a really,
people.
if you're looking for some good mead, I guess you would call it microbrewery or micro distiller.
Bee nectar?
Go to your. Calm the calamity that is your memories should be added to your repertoire.
I like that one.
Oh my God, Amanda, AJ Switzy.
Hey! Oh my
She's
gosh!
I do like that though.
How can chat contain so many awesome?
I don't know.
people?
So the idea is that we are going to go on ahead and we're going to basically hold ourselves accountable and work on some works in progress. So for those of you who are new to chat, let me go ahead and bring you up to speed on where I'm at in this current work in progress. This is chapter 6 of a brand new novel that I'm working on, and this is called Fierce City, New York. Chapter 6. Ganvek tugs at the sleeves of his coat as he watches the crowd from the balcony of Effervescence. The dance floor not as vibrant as it was when the music thrumming from the speakers sported the disco bass lines of Stayin' Alive, Bad Girls, or Macho Man.
I think we should change the Macho Man now.
No. It was YMCA he walked out on. Okay.
He also used
But there were a handful of people, but there were a handful of the faithful still managing to flash and flourish their hottest moves to Let's Groove or Physical. He watched the last throes of disco and wishes that it would just let go and embark on its final journey to the forge of Achlamen. Disco should have been dead after Can't Stop the Music, but so long as the coke continues to flow and the bass keeps the beat, Disco from Gambit's perch high above his club would survive, even if that survival would be an eternal coma. The bass unsettles Gambit the most, but effervescence caters to the crowds. I got my first negative reaction. It was Jada saying, "How dare you? Disco is eternal."
Hey, that's the character's point of view.
It's character's POV. Character's POV. Although Can't Stop the Music is a truly suck movie. You can't deny me that. That's a truly suck movie. That movie is a coke fueled train wreck. Makes Snowpiercer look like Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. The bass unsettles Ganvek the most, but effervescence caters to the crowds. They love the music that emulates to the orc. They love the music that emulates to the orc the sound of footfalls, of oncoming armored soldiers crossing the battlefield or thundering up a fortress's steps. Memories unearthed by the tribal beats of popular music put him in a place where he had to question why he wanted to run a nightclub. Then he would see the take. His take, even with the tributes he would have to pay Marco Petrelli, keeps him living better than the clan leaders of Hawk's View or the kings of the Four Realms. Granted, it is part of the investment. His own take had been considerably less of late, and now the investment threatens Petrelli's income. While the resolution that $200,000 puts him in a precarious state in the eyes of those around him, the investment remains sound. But recent current events demand a meeting. Over the eclectic beat of hooked on classics, Ganvek perceives footfalls approaching. They are not as heavy as an orc, but far from the almost imperceptible gait of an elf. Who was it? Five Night Freddy? Meathead? Chicken Feet? Ganvek turns to see a human that was considered big for his kind. He could respect Meathead as he did what he could to stay relevant in a lifestyle that relied on strength. The Mafia is now dominated by orcs and even the enchanted elves that focus on their physical prowess as opposed to speed or mental alacrity. What place would there be for humans? Meathead would be the answer. Ganvek keeps this human close for his spirit and raw, primal approach to combat. If things turn nasty, Meathead would be an ally and a weapon Ganvek needs. They're all here, Big G. Meathead speaks into his ear. Good, keep an eye out. Meathead shrugs. Forget about it, I got your back, boss. Ganvek smiles, lightly slapping Meathead's cheek. Leaving Meathead by the balcony, Ganvek walks to the VIP lounge, flanked by another human and an elf. Elon Lightfall is the kid's name. He was the first elf that had sworn allegiance to G, and to the investment. I guess even with all the benefits of being an elf in a human's world, and all its modern efficiencies, there were those few that longed for a simpler place that elf and orc collectively referred to as home. The Lightfall kid is one of those elves that enjoy brute strength over intellect. G knows those types in his own race as well, but if being here in this world has taught the former orc field commander anything, it's that there truly is something called a happy medium. A broken chorus of Commander and Big G and the odd Ganvek filters into the air as he takes a seat. Normally a room reserved for a wild bachelor party or a frat house celebrating initiates ascending into brotherhood, tonight the lounge hosts a different kind of brotherhood. Some of these men and women Ganvek knew from the battlefield, either fighting at his side or facing him from the other end of a sword. These were not the usual suspects one would find around a single table, unless terms of surrender were to be discussed. This meeting heralds a new age in race relations between orcs and elves, and no one would ever know of it happening. Even the humans present were sworn to secrecy under pain of death. Not just on them. The blood magic bonding their pact demands their lives as well as the lives of their families. This pact alone stands as a reminder of how much Ganvek despised and, yes, was terrified by blood magic. And it also reminds him of just how reckless the Commission were with it. They have an idea of what their magic is capable of thanks to some extremely gullible elven generals, but they lack discipline and reverence. The Commission truly were children playing with a bomb. I'll tell you in a second, Greg. Hold on. You okay there, G? You okay? Ask Vinny 2 times Lastra. Ganvek blinks. Shit, how long would he be sitting there? I'm good, thanks. His beer is still cold, freshly poured. He takes a generous sip, and its sharpness clears his mind, or at the very least grants him focus. Yeah, I think I would miss this the most. The beer, Cugbu the Knucklebuster asks. Gambit holds up a lager and smiles. Valentine's. It's sharp, but still very easy on the taste buds, you have to admit. Especially when you compare it to that dishwater we drank after the siege of Tremel Valley. Now wait a minute, Yam the mouth breather interjects. Even back home, he and his family were something of a parade of idiots. That was one of Ogle's best brews. That swill makes Miller High Life a Dom Perignon in comparison. Cugbu shrugs his massive shoulders. Miller High Life is considered the champagne of beers, you know. A slender, far too pretty man leans into the light. May we please turn our attention to the matter of the meeting. Quillian's storm dancer never is one for small talk, and G senses his own anxiety. But I need to remind you how dangerous it is presently for all of us to be here. G nods. Fair point. Let's get straight to it then. Marco Petrelli is now part of the commission. From the reaction, G can tell who saw this coming and who didn't. The confirmation for those who suspected still remains to surprise them. No surprise when the other human at the table, Johnny Racetrack Carmelo, speaks up. How do you know for sure? He got raised up, I know. The guy's name was Yugnar of the Watch, but you all call him the Beater. The humans and elves share a look between each other. When it came to enforcers, Yugnar could not be topped. He knows how to put the beat down on someone and get them close enough to a coma to remind them of their fragility. What happened to Beta? Yam asks. G nods to the other elf at the table. She pushes free from her face a strand of black hair, its deep raven-esque color so intense against her pale skin, it serves as something of a distraction to G. Her voice does not help in breaking that distraction. You all know me from the business I offered you to your associates. 2 nights ago, a human named Vincent Magliano was brought to my care. I was given 2 specific requests of the man and his injuries. That I should see to him as he was a made man, and to make certain he did not heal for a week in order to make a point, according to the foot soldiers that brought him to me. Spreading her fingers wide across the table's surface, she takes in a deep breath before continuing. In my meditation over the man's body, I saw the image of Yugnar. The commission made mention of him wearing a wire. Shit. The Beater was a snitch? A snitch? 2 times says. I had no mentions of the investment with Yugnar, nor did I have any conversations about it when Yugnar was present, Big G assures everyone. Anyone else? A silence fills the room. G shakes his head and fixes his stare on Yam. Yam jerks in his chair. What? Yam, I know you. Yeah and no, I'm not the smartest here at the table, but I also know the blood pact we all took would have me and my family 6 feet under. So let me say this loud enough for the kids in the back of the bus. No, I didn't talk about the investment of our Yugnar at any time. Thick as he was, G gives Yam credit. Spellcast over all of them in the room would carry repercussions if he were to lie. G motions for the healer to continue. Just before Magliano is attacked, he looks to the table where I saw Marco Petrelli standing with the other heads of the 5 families. He stood with them as an equal. Oh, Christ, whispers Racetrack. This Petrelli thing really did happen. It's going to be a problem, 2 times adds. A serious problem. All right. So for Randy and Greg, who are both fans of Billy Baddings, I would say this is not quite as it's not quite as tongue-in-cheek as Billy Baddings. Billy Baddings, Billy Baddings, in my opinion, was always tongue-in-cheek. It was always it poked fun at the gumshoe Sam Spade, Dashiell Hammett approach to crime fiction. It really was the Lord of the Rings, and Mickey Spillane wrote it. And there were some Easter eggs that I was attempting to do. And yo, look at you, hey Panic. How are you, Panic? Good afternoon. So, I always like to read what I worked on before I get back into it. It helps me get into that frame of mind. But I would suggest that this is less Billy Baddings. No, not the same universe. It is definitely not the same universe. This is actually me taking history and just kind of turning it on its ear. All the stuff that I did with Billy Baddings was all just off the cuff. You know, I mean, there were these talismans that were scattered across, and if you go back and look at the original Case of the Singing Sword, the sword of Arianas Arianis is Shannara spelled backwards. So that was just one of the, and I'm pretty sure that the amulet, I gave the amulet another twist, another little nod in with the fantasy genre, and this is a little different. So let me talk a little bit about the story, about the genesis of Fear City, New York City. So there's going to be 3 books in this that I've planned out: Fear City, New York, Fear City, Las Vegas, and Fear City, DC. And it's basically going to go early 80s, and then the second book is going to jump back into the 50s and 60s. It's going to actually be like The Godfather 2, where it's going to hop between present day, which is the 80s, and present day and the past, where I talk about the mob being in Vegas. And that's going to be Fear City, Las Vegas. Then Fear City, DC is where everything comes to an apex. And so it's going to be set in the early to mid 80s. That's what the whole series is going to be set. But the idea came from Pip's superpower of finding documentary series. And Pip found a documentary series called Fear City, New York versus the Mob on Netflix. And this series is actually quite cool. It opens with a surveillance tape from the New York mob era, and listen to these guys talk about somebody who owes them $200,000. And I took that, and I must have watched this thing like twice over a period of 3 days. And Pip was like, it was a 4-part. Honey, was Fear City a 3-part or a 4-part series? I want to say it was 3.
I want to. Yeah. I can look. It's on Netflix.
Right, it's on Netflix, and it's really good. It's really, really good. The only thing that is heartbreaking about it, by the way, Kat says bless you.
Thank you.
The only thing that is weird about the documentary series is that in the last part of it, they interview Rudy Giuliani, who was instrumental in taking down the New York mob in the early 80s. And you hear him talk, and man, he sounds intelligent. He sounds articulate.
Three episodes. He
sounds like he's the guy that was instrumental in taking down the mob. But then you go, yeah, but that's Rudy Giuliani. And yeah, now he works for the mob. Yeah, exactly. I tell you, if you were to go back in time with footage of present day Giuliani and you showed that to younger Giuliani, I would be like, yeah, you need to stay as far away from Donald Trump as possible, bro, because that's going to taint your legacy.
Apparently there's a new series on Netflix called Spycraft.
Ooh, really? Okay.
It's
I saw that too, Mika. Yeah, I saw that. By the Dominion the Dominion Corporation or Dominion Incorporated.
I don't think so.
They're the people that made the voting machines. And yeah, he's getting slammed for that. But I was watching this series and Pip was like, "You're getting the idea for a novel." I'm like, "Yeah, but I want to do something where I want to do something a little different. I want to have a fantasy bent to it." And then I started thinking, well, what if I brought in orcs and elves into this? And then I thought about, and then I know I started to stray into Billy territory with that, but then I was like, but I got to give this a different spin. And the first book is basically going to be elves and orcs in modern day, 20th century New York City, and they're involved with the mob. But instead of the orcs and the elves possessing all the magic, it's the mob that possess the magic. And what it is the mob is practicing blood magic. And as you get deep, the plan is that as you get deeper into the series, you find out, one, how elves and orcs came to being in the United States and in the world. You find out how the mob actually found out that they were practicing blood magic for generations. They had no idea. So then they really tap into the power of it. And then finally, you find out more about this investment, which I'm gonna explore in this chapter today, and hopefully wrap up this chapter. But the idea is that there will be a story. The story is that Fear City will be the takedown of the mob. But elves and orcs are involved. And the more we find out about this, the more you find out that that there's something else going on. And this is a so it's somebody said that it sounded like it was like Shadowrun set in the 80s, and I'm like, maybe, but the difference is that I've only got elves and orcs, and there's a reason for that. And it all plays back to the investment. So this is my current work in progress. And I've been having a good time. As you can tell, I've been having a good time with it. But definitely not the same universe, Greg, and definitely not the same oeuvre. If I were to read to you the opening chapter, you would tell, oh, okay, this is not Billy Battings. This is very different, and been having a good time with it. I haven't decided if I'm going to give the orcs last names yet. I may go back and do that. But I want to stay with the mob nicknames. Like Yam the Mouth Breather. That was Pip. Pip came up with that one. Yam the Mouth Breather. Hey Zen, good to see you. How are you today? Good to see you in chat. How goes things, Zen? As you see here, I'm doing a different kind of stream this go around, Zen. I'm hosting a writing stream, so I'm taking questions about writing. Taking questions about editing, taking questions about the publishing process, and about the current work in progress, which I guess you could call it as urban fantasy, but it's set in the early 80s, so I'm not sure if do I find myself editing while I write? The answer is yes, which is why it takes me so long. It takes me so long, Jada, to write. I'm a slow writer. If I can get 1,000 words in a 3-hour stream, which is the goal, then I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. And it's not because I don't think that I'm a perfectionist. It's more about I just want to have an economy of a first draft. I don't know how Pip does it. Pip, when you write a first draft,
yeah,
do you just vomit words and not worry about going back and editing yourself as you write, or do you? Because you've seen me do it. I edit as I write, which is why I'm a slow.
I roughly edit. Like right now, because I sat down yesterday and I plotted out how there was a slight problem with the middle of the book that I needed to correct, and I needed to also figure out where I was going at the end. By correcting the middle of the book, I am actually going back and editing and changing a chapter.
Right.
So I don't, unless I need to actually change a bit of the plot, or I need to add more things, I tend to just push forward. But in this case,
and you see, I'm just the opposite. I feel like I want it to be as tight as possible, so that when we go from first draft to second draft, we don't have that dramatic shift like we did with Curse of the Silver Pharaoh, We had
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that wasn't necessarily due to the nature of the book. That was just the nature of our collaboration at that point.
which was
But
was
I'm
not
writing
good.
by myself, so I don't need to worry about any of that bullshit, right?
Yeah, you collaborate. Yeah, you collaborate with yourself when you write solo.
But
But
yeah, well, the way I tend to end up is I either go back and correct something, because things can change. If you're writing without a plot, things can change, and even when you are writing with a plot, things can still change. So I always have to go back at the beginning and add things or correct things. Like, I've suddenly realized that I was going to have a ball at the end of this book, or near the end of the book.
Right.
And at first I was like, well, it'll be like a month away, and so they're kind of planning it. And then as I'm going along, I'm thinking, no, I think it's like next week. So when I go back and do the second draft, I'm going to have to add a bit from her point of view at the beginning, like slightly panicky because this thing's happening
Right.
next week.
Yeah, I do feel like that I try to get it right as much as the first draft will let me, and then when I go into the second draft, if I come across a problem, then I go, well, can I? And by taking as long as I do for the first draft, that means that it's easier for me to fix any problems in the second draft. But there have been issues where we've been in the second draft of one of the ministry books, and I'm like, yeah, we got a big problem here. And then the thing you have to be careful about is when you fix something in the book, there might be a chain reaction that you have to look at.
Yeah.
We have a lot of because we have writers in here. We have a lot of questions.
Okay.
So Greg asks, do you have to have a murder to be a mystery? Is a mystery without a murder just a thriller? Which I would disagree.
Now we did look at that. A mystery generally has a murder, and the mystery is how it happened. Whereas a thriller, I remember because we looked at that.
Yeah.
A thriller is something is going to happen, and the person is trying, your characters are trying to stop it. A mystery, something has happened, and your characters are trying to unravel it. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah. Does the fantasy world have any bears? Free note, bears sell. You stop that now, Panic.
I do have bears.
She's got bears.
I got bears in the woods.
I haven't got
I
bears
got
in the
bears.
woods yet.
I got wolves. I've got a giant black dog called Padfoot. Isn't that a great name?
Well, there you go.
Padfoot.
But I would say, now you see, what I would say is that you can still have. I mean, that's what Agatha Christie did all the time. Agatha Christie constantly had mysteries that had no murders in them at all. Most of the time,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a murder.
it doesn't have to be a
It's
murder.
often a murder.
Yeah, because that's more interesting.
Yeah.
And
Or you could have like a theft of something, or.
but I think the mystery is you don't know who it is. Where the thriller, and look at, I mean, let's take a look at, for example, Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code. You know who's involved, and the notion is you got to see who gets to the finish line first. So there is a difference between mysteries, and most of the time mysteries that have or that don't have. Okay, you have a great day, Panic. Thanks for checking in and poking in and saying hey, love you.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, the main character is occupied tracking down the truth of an event, usually a murder.
Right.
A thriller, the protagonist is in danger from the outset.
Right. And the other thing too is that
There's a
you
mystery
can have a
thriller
mystery
genre
without a
as well.
murder. Those are called cozies, and usually it involves it could involve a Ponzi scheme. It could involve stolen jewelry. It could involve all different kinds of things. So that's something there. And again, Jada asks, "Hi."
Bless you.
Jada asks, do you sometimes surprise yourself with your writing?
Yes.
Oh, all the time. All the time.
It's the best. I
That's
love
the
that
greatest
bit.
feeling in the world.
I
That's
just
the
discovered that
greatest
one of my
feeling in the world.
characters informed me
Thank you,
yesterday
Kat.
that he's actually a French agent.
Well, there you go.
I didn't know that. I was like, hold on.
Now, for me, it's less about my characters talking to me, but it's more about as I'm writing, I'll be writing a scene going, oh wait, what if my character says this? And I put the twist in there and I go, oh, that works. And then that can lead here. And then I do have to make quick little notes on the side of like, okay, this should happen, this should happen, this should happen, this should happen. White Collar from USA, what classification genre would you place that in? I vaguely know White Collar. I think White Collar is done along the same lines as yeah, I don't know enough about White Collar to say. Like, I would say this, Burn Notice could easily go from a mystery to a thriller like that. But
it's kind of it's sort of a mishmash, but theoretically it's a mystery. Like, something happened to him,
and he's got to figure it out.
And he's trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
But along the way, yeah.
And the other thing is that you've got, you've also got in shows like White Collar, Burn Notice, stuff like that. You've got a thriller and a mystery both happening at the same time. There's the plot for another good example would be like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You have the episodic plot line, but then along with the episodic plot line, you have the overreaching seasonal plot line. And
so from what I've seen in White Collar, he the main character is a renowned con artist, and he's pulled out of prison to help an FBI agent.
Right.
But he escapes to look for his girlfriend. So in that way, there's a mystery element.
So there's a mystery with
I guess there's probably also like episodic
little twists here and there.
I mean, you could almost say the X-Files is a mystery series, right?
Oh,
but
definitely.
But it also contains elements of
horror,
science
fiction,
science fiction. Thriller. There are some thriller episodes.
There are thriller
well.
aspects, but yeah.
But the overarching plot is sort of
when X-Files was good.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the period of when X-Files really sucked, which
once
was
they got rid of the lone gunman.
Once they got rid of the lone gunman, I was done. I was so done. Actually, I think I checked out when Robert Patrick showed up.
He was decent, but
he was decent.
It wasn't Mulder,
but so. it wasn't. Yeah. I mean, to me, peak X-Files was when they first introduced the Greys. When that one season where Mulder jumps on the top of the train and his cell phone slips out of his pocket and he's alone on the train, that was a good season. But when Chris Carter did this one trick pony where it was all about the aliens and the black goo coming, I'm like, could we go back to the fat sucking monster? Could we go back to the to the guy that builds a cocoon out of newspaper in his own bile? Could we go back to who was it? Oh, what was the name of the boys? Oh, I got me such beautiful boys. Oh, shit, what was that? I remember the episode. The episode was called Home.
Wasn't it in West Virginia?
It was set in West Virginia.
Made me afraid to go to West Virginia.
Hang on a minute. The most infamous X-Files episode ever shot. Second episode of the 4th season. Home. I just want to find the name of the house takes back to the American Civil War. The Peacock family. Yeah, the Peacock boys. The Peacock boys. Initial ratings and reception. Oh man. That episode, yeah, but you know what, Randy? That was peak X-Files. That was peak X-Files. I loved when that show was good. Do you remember? I don't know if any of you remember this or not. Stephen King wrote an episode of the X-Files, and he wrote an episode of the X-Files that involved a creepy doll, and man, that was a good one. That was a good one. When X-Files stayed in the when X-Files stayed in their area of creeptastic and less about the government conspiracy, that was it was untouchable. So mysteries and thrillers are mystery and thrillers are very intertwined, Greg. They're very intertwined, and a mystery can easily turn into a thriller, and a thriller can nurture aspects of the mystery. like like and oh, and just as a quick reminder to everybody, especially to you, Jada, because I know you've seen this movie because it features Chris Evans, but Pip and I did a rewatch and we introduced Sunny to the movie Snowpiercer the other night, and it was funny. I think Sunny, as a young teenager, she is discovering that she doesn't like it when she is pulled out of her comfort zone. She said to us last night about Snowpiercer. She said, I was okay with everything up to the point of where Chris Evans starts talking about eating babies. And I said, yeah, honey, you're supposed to be uncomfortable with that. You've grown to love this character. And when first off, that entire monologue is a credit to Chris Evans. I mean, he just nailed that monologue. It was a beautiful moment. And you're supposed to be uncomfortable about that because it's a desperate situation. But what Pip and I noticed about the movie Snowpiercer is how faithful the TV show is to the original film. And tonight is season 2's premiere. And if you haven't watched Snowpiercer, the television show, you really should, because it's awfully good. And tonight we meet Mr. Wilford, played by, Sharp himself, Sean Bean, and he looks great. He looks utterly diabolical. So I can't wait to see it.
No, you can't cut. Did you just see him? He popped up.
What?
Dumb
The
cat.
bast?
Popped up again, yeah. Look,
You need a bigger desk, Mother.
it's not my fault.
You need a bigger desk, Mother.
Come here. Come here.
No. He actually came over here, but I let them fight.
Fight. All right, I'm in a corner now. You feel happy?
Yes.
Look, he looks like he's reading now. I'm reading these notes.
I'm reading these notes, and Mother, you're writing.
I don't like any of
I
them.
don't like any of it. Your writing is atrocious, Mother.
I know. I can barely read it.
Mother, are you a doctor? You should be a doctor with handwriting like this, Mother. Her handwriting's not that bad. But yeah, I don't know, Jada, if you've watched Snowpiercer, but it's really good. It's really
I bet
good.
Jada has watched Snowpiercer. It's got
No,
Chris
not the movie, the TV show.
Oh, the TV series. It's got David Diggs in it.
It's got David Diggs, and let me tell you something. David Diggs, who knew Jefferson was jacked? I mean, he is Lafayette in Act 1. Lafayette. But yeah, but I David is hot AF. Holy balls.
Yes.
And,
Yes. Viva la revolution.
Exactly. But yeah, when we went back to watch Snowpiercer, the film, I forgot how much I liked Snowpiercer. Let me rephrase that. I loved Snowpiercer. It was a better movie the second time around for me. And I just, that scene, it was really interesting seeing Sunny's reaction to, and I said, let's be honest. The reason you had such a visceral reaction to it is, one, the subject matter, and two, the fact that it was Captain America saying that he knew what people taste like and that babies taste best. And when Evans hits that, even though I knew it was coming, I was just like, it's so good. And just everybody. But there were also a few things that I'd forgotten. One, I'd forgotten how delightful Tilda Swinton is in that film. She is delightfully weird. She is as a friend of ours, actually, as Stacia Kelly's husband Nick puts it, Snowpiercer is the best Terry Gilliam movie that Terry Gilliam never directed. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Randy, I cannot stress it hard enough. The television series Snowpiercer is delightful, and if you've seen the movie, basically it takes all those great concepts we get introduced to in Snowpiercer and ramps it up. And I also think they did one thing better in the TV show that they didn't do in the film. In the TV show, you get an idea of how narrow the train is, and there's like every space is accounted for. In the movie, and Pip, I didn't tell you this from last night. This was the one thing about the movie that I didn't quite understand. So that big scene where they open the door and all the jackboots are back there with the axes. It's just a random car that's empty. There's nothing in that car except for the jackboots.
That is true.
And you don't see that in the TV series. In the TV series, every space is accounted for.
Yeah. In the well, maybe they've got more time, but in the TV series, there is more to the cars. There's you see second class and third class.
Yeah, you see third class. You also see.
You don't really see those classes. It's all just tail and head.
You basically see tail and head, and that's about it. And the first class seems to be. The first class seemed to be all young rich people
getting their hair done.
You see the maybe 30 or 40 getting their hair done and getting their teeth looked at, but the majority of first class is just partying, is like pretty young things. They're just partying upper class. That's it.
I guess so. Yeah, it's a little less clear.
Yeah. But like in the movie, there is that one car that literally has nothing but the jackboots waiting for him, and I'm like, what was the purpose of this car to begin with?
Have a fight in?
Which makes sense.
Well, it was supposed to be the car before
water.
Before water.
Before the water, yeah.
So,
But I'm not taking anything away from the movie. But it's
just that a TV series.
The TV series, and also like you said, when you get to the front of the when you get to the engine in the movie, it almost is like Willy Wonka. It's got a Willy Wonka kind of vibe about it, which I know there's a video where they talk about Willy Wonka really is Williford in the Snowpiercer.
Yeah, and then in the movie,
it almost
the jackboots don't seem to, there aren't a lot. It just seems that there's more people on the Snowpiercer
in the TV show.
The TV show, including more cops, more jackboots.
Well, and they have different ranks. You've got the jackboots, and then you've got train security, and then you brakeman, and then you've got the hospitality at the very top.
Yeah. There's a bit more
hierarchy
and a bit more explanation of the hierarchy.
The other thing I would say too about Snowpiercer in the film, the train itself seems more magical. There seems to be almost like a sorcery to it, like in
the series it's more like a traditional train.
Yeah, and it's run by actual engineers. It's actually run by people from MIT. Which makes more sense from a sci-fi perspective.
Well, if it doesn't seem to be doing any, he's just living up there. He doesn't appear to be doing anything.
But he is aware of the train, because remember when the assistant dressed all in yellow shoots, he goes, no, you have to mind the train. It's almost as if the train is an AI.
Yeah.
And but that to me added to the weirdness of the film. The actual Snowpiercer on TNT feels more sci-fi. It feels way more sci-fi than the movie does. But still a great film. If you've never seen the film, we highly recommend it. It's such a great movie. That's another thing you'll notice about this too. Unlike Billy Battings, I'm probably going to have to be dropping the F-bomb a lot more. Because even in the documentary, Fear City, New York versus the Mob, the woman said, I heard more clever applications of the F word than I ever did when listening to the Mob. So, yeah. But that's what Fear City, New York versus the Mob is about. It was about how the FBI used RICO to capture everybody in the mob, and they did that by using surveillance. And it's a terrific thing. It's a terrific thing. Okay, Jada. Thanks for popping in. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you lots, and we'll see after we get our Fauci ouchie. Okay. You take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Hey, hon, do you remember in Donnie Brasco when Sonny the Red was promoted? Pacino didn't call it promotion. Did he say he was raised up or he was lifted up? I'm trying to remember what he said.
He was upped.
He was upped. He was good
got
call.
upped.
He was
Yeah.
upped. He was upped. Oh. Hey, Pip.
Yeah. Tuck it out.
Both of these guys are tucking out, I noticed. Just so you know, chat, Gamer Cat's over there. He's in the second U bend of the cat tree, and he's out. He's out. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Yo, Shane, how are you? Good to see you in chat. Thanks for joining us. Doing another writing stream. I don't know if you saw it in my on my Discord, but I am going to be making it a plan that Pip and I do more of these writing streams so that we can get more work done. These little streams have been proving to be very beneficial for us as writers, and also just helps us to, you know, open up our community to other people who might be curious about what we do as writers, and we're taking questions and all that stuff. And today's been a particularly good day, so yeah, we're doing all right here. Oh, and I just saw here I had the Das Eclore, Theodas Eclore. I had Jewel Cat and Jenim with recent follows. So thanks everybody. Are you live on the radio? Oh, sweet as. Sweet as, Shane. Well, you know, may your airwaves be clear. Nicely done, buddy. Nicely done. But I appreciate you hanging out with us. I know you love these streams there, Christina. How you doing, gorgeous? Mwah! Good to see you. Good to see you in chat. Hope all is well, Christina. Hope all is well. Playing 2 hours of Canadian music. Now, is that Canadian like indie rock music, or are we talking about? Are we just talking about what kind of music are we talking about? Lurking for dinner? Okay. all sorts, just playing my favorite music. Got Kitty, Nickelback, Sarah McLachlan, all on the playlist. Nicely done. Well, if you're doing Canadian music, you need to throw some Rush in there. You got to throw in some Rush. I mean, come on, man. Nothing beats Moving Pictures. Probably one of the greatest rock albums ever produced, ever created, ever. To really date myself, I saw Rush live on the Grace Under Pressure tour. So yeah. Sounds great. Sounds like fun. Now, Shane, is this is this public radio? Is this college radio? Is this what kind of radio is it? Because this is it sounds great. I think you heard me talk about it briefly. I did have a brief stint with radio. It was very brief. Podcasting sort of fills that gap for me. Ooh, excuse me. Very nice. Well, good luck. I hope you have a good shift, man. Good luck. I working off a mental outline or a physical one, or just have ideas where you need to go and how you want to end up? So, Randy, the term you're talking about is, am I a plotter or am I a pantser? A plotter is someone, and we have, Pip and I have friends that will plot down to the last minute detail. And they will actually have like a stack this big of notes, and then they start writing the book. But then they have a Bible that they've spent anywhere from 6 months to a year putting together before they even start writing one word. I think Pip and I are more pantsers, and pantsers is where you fly by the seat of your pants. I tried outlining 2 books, and both times I deviated from the outline within the second or third outline. The only time that I ever have an outline that I adhere to, like glue, is my outline for Dummies books, which you might see me working on. Which you might see me working on this week, because what I'm planning to do is I'm going to take all the notes that I've got in here from Twitch for Dummies first edition, and I'm going to start mapping them out, and getting things into an outline so that I can send it over and try to convince the folks over at For Dummies. It's time we did a second edition. I'm coming off the success of the 4th edition, and from what I can see, Discord for Dummies is being very well received as well. Where I'm getting confused is I've been telling people that I'm I've written this book, and yet it's crazy. People like just yesterday, somebody said, "Hey, does anybody know anything about Discord?" And I with as little snark as possible, I pinged them and said, "Well, you know a guy, and he's got a book." And then I pointed them to Discord for Dummies, because apparently people are missing the part where I said, yes, I wrote a book on Discord. But it's out there and it's performing well from what I can see. It's performing well. So we'll just have to wait and see if I can tap into Twitch for Dummies for this year. I'd really like to see it come out, but we'll have to. Right now, it's a matter of pitching something to them and saying, "Here's where we are. I've got an outline for it. Let's do this." You know. currently have underdesk cat. Probably have underdesk dog, except underdesk cat had something. He can have the soft at the moment. Aww. Oh, it's miserable in Oklahoma today? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cat. Is that, are you guys expecting snow, or is it just really cold and windy? Or is it wet? Because that's what we were supposed to get snow, and then they changed it, and they changed it again, and right now it's just cold and
gray.
It's just cold and gray. Oh, it rained all night. Got it. All right. Well, stay safe, Mika. Thanks for hanging with us. I do appreciate it. Okay. Thank you very much, Shane. Do appreciate it. You have a great broadcast. Thanks for coming on in. We appreciate it. And chat, for those of you who are new to the stream or are just finding us, you are coming in on a writing stream that is powered by The Shared Desk. The Shared Desk is a podcast found over at theshareddesk.com, and it is a writing podcast that my wife and I do. We invite other authors to come on our stream, come on our podcast, and talk about the writing process, talk about what they do in their own careers, what they do with their works in progress, how they get stuff done. And it's also a podcast where Pip and I talk about writerly stuff as well, stuff that happens in the writing community, stuff that happens in the writing business, and stuff that we're working on as well, and lessons that we've learned from it. We've been doing the Shared Desk for quite some time. I think it's coming up on its. I think we've been doing it for at least. Pip, do you remember when our first Shared Desk was? Pip?
Yeah?
Do you remember when our first Shared Desk was?
Oh.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while. I want to say that maybe 8 years ago. I don't know.
Really? That long?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Well, there you go.
I've been here 10, so.
Well, that is true. That is true.
So
And
maybe-
you notice we only recently hit show 100, but that's because we had some years the Shared Desk where we got a lot of shows out. There were some years where we got maybe 5 shows out, but it all comes back to how busy we are. But these streams, we say they are powered by the Shared Desk because it's the two of us working on stuff together and working on stuff on our own, but still sharing the same space and still sharing ideas and bouncing ideas off of one another. But if you want to find out more about the Shared Desk, feel free to join us at theshareddesk.com or here where we record our shows live and we put them out on stream. So yeah.
I think I'm gonna duck out. I've got some laundry and stuff to do.
Okay.
I've managed to fix this chapter.
Good.
I'm glad I did it though, because there was only one chapter, and if I'd continued on without stopping and taking some notes, I would have created a rod for my own back, as they said. As they say, whoever they are, they say it. Gotta go check laundry still has to be done. We still need pants.
Yes, you do.
We need pants. Pants are not optional. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Oh, you're leaving.
I'm leaving.
All right.
I'm gonna
Yes, the joys of the joys chat of the joys chat of and the never ending joys of the never ending joys of the writer's life. We still have housework to do. Well, I'll go on ahead and I'll deactivate Pip's camera as well. There you go. Hey, buddy. Were you gonna take Mom's warm? If you go into the other chair, I'll put you on. Hey. Now Gamer Cat is awake and aware. All right. Yes, make yourself some food there, Cat. Make sure you do that. Okay, what are you doing now, Cat? I see a lot of cat butt here. We gotta trying to think of how I'm trying to make Quillian instrumental in this intended coup going bad. Gaius carried out his plan, excluding Hamill and the intended coup. Yeah. It's a special needs cat. It's a special needs cat, Amanda. What do you mean by special needs? Because this little guy, Benedict, we've had to put him on a saline. We've had to put him on a saline solution. Today is a poke day for him. He has to get intravenous fluids because I think it was around November. He started acting really odd, and we took him in to have him checked out, and he was suffering from dehydration, and we couldn't figure out what it was. So we've got him on a saline drip and wet food, and it's really turned around. He is using the litter box. He's not pooping out of the litter box as he used to. He's a lot more friendly, a lot more energetic. And he also looks fuller. He looks like he's put on a little bit of weight. So now he wants attention. Now he wants attention. I think Benedict. I don't think this is. Bianca's diabetic. Got it. Yeah, I think Benedict just likes. I think what it is about Benedict is that he really likes it when it's just us in the studio. He loves it when it's just us in the studio. All right. Yeah. It's funny though, Benedict. Benedict seems very much. He's getting better. Like he's coming up and he's sleeping with us at night, and he's. Benedict was a rescue cat, and he's had a really long. He's an example of persistence, if anything. And this stream has turned him into something of a celebrity too. That's the funnier bit. He is now known on this stream as Gamer Cat, and he is he loves making his presence known, don't you? Oh, now he's leaning into it. All right. This is It's Gamercat can sometimes do a better pot. Bianca loves crashing all Zoom meetings. Yeah, Benedict has been known to pop in on some of my interviews. I won't lie. It's true. All right. An ADHD D&D kitten likes to also. I know that she likes to mix it up as well. Sometimes likes to lie on keyboards during battles and things like that. Okay, I got a Retribution with Swift.
Okay.
Okay, there are riot police charges going on in 2 cities. Found some action. It was becoming a boring evening. Much ado about nothing. Sorry to hear that, Mika. Sorry to hear that. So long as you're safe, that's the important bit. That is the important bit. Oh, no problem. No problem. Thank you very much, Stacia. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for popping in. Do appreciate it. Woo! Buddy! Every time when I move my arm and he jumps, I feel like I clobber him pretty hard. Now he's... Boop. You okay, buddy? I think he's alright. Isn't that clever? I did not see this before. Must be a new feature. Oh well. Anyway. I was just checking to see if there was I was just checking chat to see if there was any new community challenge or anything that popped up on our stream. It did not. But you know what? Yesterday when you all stepped up and handled that challenge like a pro, I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. All right. I was really proud of this community yesterday, so thank you, everybody. Okay. I have to think about this now. Oh, wait a minute. That might be the role I'm asking. No, that's not the right. That's not the right word. All right. I think I'll just continue with investigator. That might be the less synonyms. Letterboxes might need a cleaning. The glamorous life of a writer, right? Hmm. Hey, buddy. Sorry, everyone. I had to return a text. It's sometimes it's a little tough getting deep into your in your writing when you've got your phone going off and such. 45 and cloudy. Yeah, we're in. And this week, by the way, chat, just so you all know, this week I start my new a new training regime for my next half. It's going to be the Rival Run, the Star Wars Rival Run in April. So between now and April, I will be training for my next half marathon. And somewhere in there, we're going to probably also do a 10K because we can. So why not? Kind of working around the cat right now. That's why you're seeing some of the You know, I'd love to use the mouse. I would love to use the mouse, chat, but I've got a fluff ball right here. It's refusing to move. Hey, buddy, why don't you? I've got a perfect spot right here. Come on, come on. Just move your tukas. There you go. There you go. Come on. There you go. See? Now I can use my mouse. I'm trying to remember if I even did I name the healer? Oh wait. Trying to remove a kitten took us from my keyboard user results in an incomplete, incomprehensible email sent to clients. And the same for any chats. Yes, Randy, that's why I'm kind of navigating around this little guy right here. He's a handful, but he's worth it. He's worth it. Chat, I hope you all are having a good day. Right now, I know it's kind of quiet here. I'm reaching the end of this chapter, which is good. Which is real good. All right. I'm going to go on ahead and save that chat. One more time for good measure. Trying to see here if I managed to get the word count that I wanted to get in here. Just want to check. Just over 1,000 words, everybody. Just over 1,000 words, and I still have nearly an hour to go on this stream. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that indeed. All right. So let's do this. Let's head back up to the top, and I'm gonna rehydrate a bit. And then when I get back, we will continue on. I just got to figure out where we're going after this. All right. Let me just go on ahead and be right back, everybody. The only problem that I have maybe I should, if we're going to make this a daily thing, I might need to make a Be Right Back slate for this, because right now the only Be Right Back slate I have is this. But I can always make I have this, and then I have this, but I don't have a Be Right Back slate. I think I might need to work on that. How are you, Phased Out? How are you? Okay. Let's see. Okay, is that good or is that bad? Because sometimes those can be good discussions. I think it all depends on... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Phased Out. I sincerely hope that it's something you can manage and something that you'll be able to sort out for yourself. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, well that's... Oh, I see. All right, well that's good. At least it's ending on a good note. That's the thing. It's ending on a good note. All right, I need to go here. I need to go here. Whoa, careful. What is it? What is it, Benedict? You have a spot right here. You have a spot right here. All right. Yeah, apparently. Alright. Wait, now you be careful. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so that, putting it over here. Good. And then I'm going to go over here. Okay. Stunning finish allows me to take fairly count and guess the pronunciation again, Beck. Well, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm just trying to put together something that I think sounds orcish. The important thing is to remember, though, whenever you do these sort of fantasy names, make sure you can read them and you know how they're pronounced. The reason I say that is because I have been in that situation where I have been podcasting. I've been podcasting stuff where I myself have written. I've written, names for people, and I swear to God, I don't know how to pronounce them. So you really have to make sure. That you need to make 100% sure that that you can pronounce the names that are currently in front of you on the screen. You've got to be 100% certain. Like the Forge of Alachmahen. That's what it should be. Alachmahen. When you're on a panel, someone asks you detailed questions on the language you threw together while drunk, and the cat defined the spelling by walking over the keyboard. Exactly, Faced Out. Exactly. Exactly. Correctamundo. Alright. I did Alt. There we go. I want to go to chapter 6. Just want to make sure everything's here. Yep. Alright. Everything is here. Alright. So let's see, chapter 7. I think chapter 7. I think chapter 7 should be. Okay, we're recovered enough. My stomach is in knots and can search something finally. Yes, good. Taking care of yourself, making sure you are fed is essential. It really is. You want to make sure you stay on top of that. All right, let me just see here. Hello, Kitty. Goodbye, Kitty. He's actually right here. He's actually right here, Faced Out. I would say just focus on getting something to eat, buddy. Focus on getting something to eat. it's chapter 3. Yeah, chapter 3 I need to read. All right. What are you doing? What are you doing there, buddy? You can't parse the sentence, no, he doesn't think himself. Oh, shit. No, he doesn't think himself no, not as the same. At the same point. He doesn't think himself at the same point as that Rick was before seeking reassignment. He doesn't see himself. He doesn't picture himself being at the same breaking point that Rick was before on this last assignment he went out on. And that's sort of the challenge of working in the tense that I'm working in, Randy. I've got to make sure I keep everything in present tense. It's not third person. It's not third person or even third person omniscient. It's third person present tense. Dragonauts pulling open. And just so you all know, chat, again, the music you're hearing in the background, just to not make stream seem too sparse, too quiet. This is the music of Harris Heller, and he and Senpai Records have said flat out that they will make sure that whatever music they produce, it's going to be stream safe and stream friendly. So that is why I'm currently got them as my background music. It's nice. It sets a mood very, very well. Sets a mood very well. What is this? Hey. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Something about art theft. Whoa. Just calling them out. Yeah. I think I'll avoid that discussion. Tapping. All right. Let's see here. Whew. Strange as this may sound, I feel like I'm running out of gas a little bit. But I got 1,000 words out, which is a good sign. And that's the thing. I mean, if we can get 1,000 words done, that would be 500 words. That'd be 5,000 words after 5 streams. And then, if it's if we get 5,000 words a week, and there are 4 weeks out of the month, then in 3 months. By April, I'm looking at 60, 70,000 words, and that's not too bad. That's enough. That's enough to start the pitch. And that's not counting like any extra streams I can sneak in where I can just cram out a few more words. The trick about being a writer, not the trick of being a writer, but one of many tricks of being a writer, is making sure that you, one, don't burn yourself out, but two, you also make sure that you have downtime. You should have weekends. But there's some weekends where you're going to be like, I feel like writing. So there's nothing wrong with that. But it's good to give yourself some downtime. Give yourself a day or 2 off. Otherwise, it's like streaming. You're just going to be gaming, and you're going to be streaming to a point where you're just like, I just don't want to do it anymore. So, you should always have that desire to stream if you want to be a streamer. But pardon me. But as far as writing, downtime and days off are always a good thing. All right, let me just Whoops. All right. Let's see. I think I'm also going to bow out a bit. That's a good place to stop. That's a good place to stop. Hammering out hammering out 2 pages, and setting up the page, setting it up. Now we're gonna start getting into some history. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research, and then I'm going to start. I'm actually gonna be spending a a chapter trying to do basically the RICO Act for Dummies. So, or the RICO, the RICO, doing RICO for Dummies. So that should be interesting. All right, everybody, let me go ahead and see if I can find a place to send the love to. But thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. It's been fun. Let's just see who's on right now. All right. Oh, is Steve? Steve is hey everybody, Blind Gamer Steve is he is streaming. So let's send the love to Blind Gamer Steve, shall we? Because we should. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. You know this individual. The one and only Blind Gamer Steve. So let's make sure, let's spam his chat with some love, shall we? Thank you all for all the support you've been showing me today, and for this what should be the start of a new thing where we do writing streams during the day. And let's give Steve a little howdy do, all right? Thanks again, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow for another writing stream, and Titan Tuesday as well. Until then, you all have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Peace.
Ooh. Hey, T, how are ya?
Hey, we need some help here. Please get some help. Hey, what the hell is this? I need your help. You're gonna regret this.
Run! Run! No! I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, dang it. Oh, no. This is the first time I'm playing this game. Hey, T, everybody. How is everybody? Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't start from here. I don't know what to do. Pro tip, don't die. Yeah, right. Thanks, T. Oh, man. I have no idea what to do at that point. I'm just, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Manual saves are your best friends. I did, but it's so far back. Like I'd have to redo like that whole like section of basically like destroying the virus. I mean, technically, I guess I could go back to here. I don't know. Get good. Yeah, thanks. Let me see if I do this. Hi everybody. Hi T. Thanks for the thanks for dropping in. How is everybody? I'm trying to beat this one mission in Hitman, and it's tough. So I'm gonna go back to when I had already killed the person. And then before the cops show up. Oh. Ah, dang it, they're gonna see me.
Amanda, I have nothing to report from my current location. Over. It's me. It sounded like someone was in a lot of pain. Ah, you bitch! I'm gonna get you for this.
Dang it. Nope. Okay, that not gonna work either. Bad writing says nearly 1,500 words on my new work in progress. Think the writing stream should become a daily thing. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That's so cool. I need to be doing some of those maybe. All right. I'm gonna have to go back to where I basically had to. Before I killed her. Oh gosh. She's coming up with 2 security guards now. That's the problem. I could go back to my original idea of her basically like coming out in the balcony and I kill her that way.
Hey, you! Stop! Don't strangle people, you maniac! Son of a...
Nope. Not gonna work that way. Sometimes writing is the best. Yeah, this game looks very unforgiving. How's accessibility on it? It's not great. It's hard to see a lot of things. I did actually put up a video review, my accessibility review on YouTube. Yeah, I like it. I just don't know. Like it's too much of a sandbox. I love a sandbox, and I love the fact you have like so many variety of things you can be able to like of ways to be able to complete your objective. But it is really difficult to be able to like figure out what to do, and because there's so much going on, it's just hard to kind of focus and see where I need to go. So it's not the greatest, but I like it and I want to keep playing it. It's just It's like literally, it's taking me what, I think 2 hours for me to complete this mission. And what on average, apparently it takes like 20 minutes. So now I'm waiting for maybe she'll come back, like come outside. Because she has come by this balcony before. But I don't know if I should risk it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Ooh, wait. Ooh. Yes. Ah, no, she's being followed. Dang, nabbit. Ah, I'm screwed. She's got bodyguards with her at all times. Dang it. Fudgesicles. Stupid bodyguards are stupid. Yeah, this game is really addictive. I understand feeling of spending hours on a single mission. Yeah, I just don't know. Now she's being flanked by bodyguards. I need to. Oops, sorry.
Hey, who are you? I haven't seen you before. Seriously, this guy.
I may have to restart this mission. I think I missed a bunch of stuff. I think I missed a bunch of stuff. I don't know how I can be able to get out of here alive. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pause it for now, or at least get back to it at a certain point. 'Cause, yeah, that's just rough, and I don't know what to do. Oh man, that's a bummer. I hate it when I have to end a mission like that. See, that's the problem with these kind of games is that, yeah, like I said, it is just hard to see everything. That's going on. So I'm like, dang, like I thought I was good. I should, now I think about it, I should have killed her first because I had the opportunity earlier to go, like, to actually, because there was only one bodyguard following her, and I could have done it then, but now there was two. So I screwed myself over by doing that. I shouldn't have done the virus thing before her. It was professional. I mean, it's basically it's the normal difficulty. Taylor Candy. Thanks T for the gifted sub to the Big Marvinsky. Thank you. Oh man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out kind of like how to, like, maybe I'll do that off stream or something where I try to be able to come back to it because I've already spent like 2 hours on this and not fun. Free cheeseburger. That's right. We loves the merch. The mervs, yes, the mervs. Oh, dang it. I was so close. I thought I could make it out alive, but nope. Nope. Anyway. Dang it. That sucked. But good news is we hit 800 followers. Woo! Yay! That makes me happy. That means that like 200 more to go until I can actually reach 1,000, and that'd be awesome. So I don't have a hype thing yet. I need to I need to add a bunch of stuff. I'm still figuring this out as I go. But thank you. Yeah, that's cool. I did not think I was gonna get 800. There we go. Perfect. I am gonna copy that T, and I'm gonna add that as my hype command right now. I gotta go into CloudBot. Let's see. Ooh, Randy Howden, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so I'm gonna add a new command and call it hype. Ooh, not a template. I just want a hype. Okay. There we go. Confirm. And it is active. You see this chat? He's typing my. Hey! You know what? What? If it works, it works. So here we go. All right. So let's see if this works. Type in hype. Ah, dang it! Didn't work. How do I get where it just shows the emote? Need to sub to Nightbot. Huh? Oh, wait. This has to be only for... for subs. That's right. Okay, hold on. Moderators, streamer. Confirm. Or sub to Streamlabs? Oh, well, there. Yeah, thanks. But I don't know why. I don't understand why that. Okay, that works. But how do I? Like, I thought I had. I thought I had mod Streamlabs. Hold on. Streamlabs is already a moderator for this channel, so it should have. It should have worked. I don't understand. But I'm like, I don't. Why would Streamlabs need a sub in order to be able to use it if that doesn't make any sense? Wait, it would add an alias, an alternate way to no. Huh, interesting. Okay. No, Streamlabs has to sub in order to access me. Oh, really? Oh. So wait, I have to give a sub to Streamlabs every single time? Or every single month? Cuz that seems weird. Oh, Sniper Elite Army, thank you so much for the follow. You do that with Nightbot. So wait, you literally are paying Streamlabs so that you can be able to do just that, like really? That seems kind of dumb, to be honest. Is that what they tried to be able to do to get you to subscribe to Prime so that you don't have to worry about that? That is really dumb. Not gonna lie, yeah, that's kind of dumb. Nah, Prime wouldn't even fix it. So literally you have to pay Streamlabs just so that you can have a command that has your emote in it. That is stupid. That is really, really stupid. Well, paying Twitch. Right. Yeah, I'm paying Twitch. But like that should have been like a blame Twitch. That should have been like that confuses me. How is that a thing that Wow. All right. Okay. Fine. That's how it's gonna be. I ain't giving extra money to Twitch just so that I could be able to. I mean, I'll do it for the month. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mark. I mean, you know what? No, I won't make a decision yet. I'll see how that. I'll see how it goes. I'll see how I like it. See what I can be able to do with it. So yeah, I'll figure it out. 1 month of it at least. Yeah. That gives me about a month to do it. So. All right, cool. Well, I am done for the day. I definitely have streamed quite a bit. So let me see if I can find someone we can be able to raid. Let me just take a look at my. Let's see, because I feel comfortable with trading friends if they're available. I don't know enough about Prime. I look at it as an investment in my channel, but that's how things are with that. It's stupid and a little shady, but that's if you want to use your emotes. You can use the global emotes, just not yours for commands. Ah, gotcha. It is kind of a bit shady. And yeah, and I guess it is an investment in my channel. I mean, it just would mean that I would, okay, like I just have to remember, okay, to have like maybe like only have like one less sub a month.